Gentlemen, Johnny Wimbrey here. We are live around the world. We definitely are super excited about what we are bringing to you right now. First of all, I want you to know that what you're experiencing, we've never done this before in this fashion. And I'm also very excited. I see the shout outs and people coming in from around the world. Keep it up, keep it up. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I see that we have obviously South Africa is in the building, Kenya is in the building. We're getting love from all across the United States, different parts of the world. Florida, South Africa, Cape Town, New York City. I see you guys out there. Thank you so much. Throw some fires in the chats. Let us know where you're tuning in from around the world. I'm going to bring my brother on who's with us right now. Jefferson Santos is our Chief Visionary Officer. But he's not just only that for me. He's a long-term friend. Over 20 years, 25 years, I've known this guy. And we've been able to do business around the world in a very large scale. And Jefferson, with all the success that you've been able to not just obtain in your life, but through the lives of other individuals like me, being a part of something, giving birth to something, and that something being DreamTrips, and just that feeling alone. So I'm excited that you are here with me. And man, I just want to welcome you and everybody in the chat. Show Jefferson Santos, our CVO, Chief Visionary Officer, some love from around the world. Here he comes, Jefferson. You got Wisconsin all over the world. How you feeling over there, man, on this beautiful Sunday in Dallas, Fort Worth?
Yeah, I feel amazing, man. It's great to see all the love there. What's up, guys? It's good to see you guys. I know a lot of us were hanging out yesterday too. It's hard to contain the excitement of it. It's genuine excitement, Johnny. It's not something that this industry is known for a lot of hot air and hype. You know what I'm saying? It's like a double-edged sword, right? But this brand is 20 years old, right? Specifically on December 10th, it will be 20 years old.
Yeah.
And you and I have been on a lot of trips. There's a lot of our friends here in the chat, and you're gonna hear from some of them today that have been on 50 trips, 75 trips, 100 trips, 200 trips, and you can't fake experience. When you go through something as an adult or as a child, then an adult, as we go through life, the molecules in your body are informed with experience, right?
Yeah.
And when you share something, people are always wondering, how do I feel that? Why do I feel that? It's because that person's gone through the miles. That person's gone through it. When you hear their voice, when you hear their certainty, just that it's all these things that are hitting you at the same time. And that's informed of 10, 20, 30 plus years of experience. And so that's what people are feeling right now, Johnny, right? Around the world.
Yeah. And so here we are, Jefferson. We're about maybe 14 days out of the gate in terms of after the free launch. And we may use some terminology that some of you who are with us right now, it may not make sense to you. Maybe you weren't here last week or the week before as we have been gearing up to where we are right now. And some of you may have just been invited. You may have been invited to be on this live call, and you may be thinking to yourself, okay, what is a dream trip? We're going to talk about that. But not only that is, why are we celebrating the relaunch of Africa? And why are people from around the world here to celebrate this? And once we get to this in about 30, 45 minutes from now, it's all going to make sense. So just bear with us for a minute. We want to take you down a path. And it's a very emotional path for me because I was the very first person from outside of Africa to come to Africa and launch DreamTrips. And when I saw DreamTrips back in 2009, I had already started doing business throughout the continent of Africa. I didn't know. I had hopes that Africa would be huge. But Jefferson, as we go through this session today, I don't even know what to call it, but it's the official launch party for all of Africa. We're going to share some stories with you. And I believe that the entire world is going to start feeling and seeing like why we are so emotionally attached to not just Africa, but what Africa has done for us in the past around the world. So my heart and everything that I've been able to experience in Africa is attached to DreamTrips. And I've been there many times. And without DreamTrips, I don't know that I would be able to say that I would have the connection with Africa that I have right now. So officially, ladies and gentlemen, My name is Johnny Wimbery, and I bring you greetings from Southlake, Texas, here in the United States. And this is the first official inaugural, not just presentation, but exposure. And the individuals that invited you to be with us live, they're all starting a new business. I am starting a new business. And in that new business, it is DreamTrips. So I hope that you get the feel. I hope that you understand that we're not just a company, we're not just an opportunity. The love and the passion that we have to launch Africa in the right direction has led us to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of customers and ambassadors that are a part of this amazing travel club. Before we get started, Jefferson, I do want to go ahead and cue up the first video just so we'll get everybody in the right mindset. And then what I want to do is I want to go around Africa and to be able to conversate. And Jefferson and I just go back and forth. And let's talk about the excitement of what we are anticipating. And if you understand anything about global economy and everything that's happening in our world right now, everything in the world is pointing to Africa saying it is time for Africa. Watch this quick video. We'll be right back. But Africa, here we come.
There's a new energy moving through the world right now. A shift, a spark, a community that's rising again, ready to explore, connect, and live life wide open. For nearly 2 decades and over 30,000 experiences, from Monaco's Grand Prix to African safaris, from Bali sunsets to cooking in Tuscany, one movement has turned travel into something bigger. Not a timeshare, not another app. The world's largest travel club, rebuilt, reimagined, and relaunched for a new era of dreamers and doers. At DreamTrips, travel isn't a side gig, it's the heartbeat. The pulse that connects people, purpose, and possibility in every corner of the world. The relaunch is on, pre-launch is here. The giant is running, the movement is real, and it's just getting started. DreamTrips, you should be here.
The magic is real and it's just getting started. So Africa, we are bringing this billion-dollar global giant back to the motherland. And not just in Africa, but all around the world. But we want you to understand that in business, there are 3 things that we look for in real estate, and it's location. Anywhere in the world, if you study real estate, it's all about location and location. As an investor, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, it has always been about timing and timing. So those 2 things are working together at the exact same time. It is about location, but please do not get it confused. It is definitely about timing and timing. So speaking of timing, there are people who are with us right now that are in Africa, Jefferson. And some people may say, I'm on an island all by myself. Who's here to help me? Who's here to support me? And then you have those individual leaders who say, I want to be first. I want to help launch my territory, my country, my flag. I want to be at the top of it. And those individuals are basically saying, we will help, not just with the infrastructure, we will help with the communication. We will help with the presentations. And these individuals in the last 2 weeks have stepped up to the plate at the absolute highest level. So I'm going to start at the very top and listen, we're going to freestyle this. We're going to show you videos. You're going to hear live testimonies. But the first person that I want to go to right now, Zandali, if you are live with me, please let me know. If you're not live, raise your hand and I will bring you up. But Zandali, I do want you to come up and I want to talk about not just what's going on in your business, but I want to talk about the expansion and what you've experienced so far. If you guys see Zandali, if you were there, say hi real quick.
I just pulled her into the panelist.
Okay. All right, I was looking right at the exact same time. So Zandali, if you could turn your camera on, turn your microphone on, and I know that you have a DreamTrips story that has been with you for years, if not over a decade. Zandali, are you there? How are you? Did she make it up here with us?
She said she was promoted to it said it was promoted to panelist. There.
Okay.
Hold on, she's coming over.
And as she's coming up, She has hit a status in our company that's called a 5K ambassador. And she's fastly approaching becoming a 10K ambassador. And I want you to understand, we're paying US dollars into Africa cultures and African economies as we are growing. What does that mean? That means that there are a lot of people in Africa and even different parts of the world that will benefit from the US dollar conversion, that will be making full-time income faster than normal because of the way that we have structured and what we are doing. So did we get Zandali on?
She hasn't come over yet. Zandali, I'm promoting you
Okay.
to panelist, so you have to accept it. There
Okay.
should be your notifications, or your should be popping up on her screen. So we might need to jump over to somebody else until she.
Okay, okay, let me go to Justin. Justin is absolutely killing this thing. He's in South Africa in the Cape Town area. And Justin, I know, hold on, I just got a message from Zandali. Zandali, we're going to bring you over. We sent you an email to be a panelist. If that email from your panelist is not working, raise your hand or something, and then we'll bring you over. But Justin, come on for us real quick, my friend. And I know that you have somebody that you want to introduce as well. Justin, DreamTrips is not a new term for you, is it?
Hi there, Johnny. No, it's not a new term. Thank you for giving me the chance to be one of the panelists today. And I got excited about DreamTrips 10 years ago. I got excited at the time in my life where I was always optimistic. I was always an opportunist. I was always hustling on the side, even if I had a full-time job. I was always looking to increase my financial portfolio just to live an above average lifestyle. And when I seen DreamTrips for the first time, it was like, this is too good to be true. Is this even real? Are people taking all these trips? And I just understood that there's certain information that gets shared with certain people. And that night when I saw DreamTrips for the first time, I went home and I just understood that I'm probably one of those people that's getting to see this information. And within a couple of weeks, I was able to do this on a full-time basis. And I fired my boss from my job that I had at that time. I was a driver for a company called Avis Rent a Car. I come from the travel and tourism industry. I worked in aviation, but I could never travel. I worked as a customer service representative, and I just saw people traveling. But when I saw DreamTrips, I knew this was for me.
Let me ask you a question. I know Jefferson can come in as well. How many DreamTrips have you been on?
Locally and internationally, about 12 so far.
About 12. So
Yeah.
what do you think when you think about not just DreamTrips as an opportunity to make income? I can only imagine from your perspective, and I want all of the African leaders to think about this as we're interviewing you. From your perspective, when you see the rest of the world get super excited about the launching of DreamTrips in Africa, because for us, that means we get to go on safaris, but we don't have to pay these ridiculous American prices that only the top upper echelon of individuals can experience from around the world. So now Africa is becoming our playground. But if you remember, Africa began to have a bigger playground around the world. We were seeing people from Africa posting pictures in front of the Hollywood sign in Los Angeles, at Madison Square Garden or Times Square in New York, or on the Sydney Bridge. Like, we have seen this. There's something special about Africa and the way the rest of the world wants to come play in your backyard, but then seeing you guys go play in backyards around the world. Like, what was that like for you to be able to extend an opportunity into people's lives that would change their life forever and their children?
Okay, that's a very good question, Johnny, because in Africa, the economic crisis is real. Okay, we don't get paid a lot of money. Probably like $250 is your average monthly household income. And there's not really much that you can do with it. You just pay your bills. You're living from hand to mouth here. And I know people in Africa, they got big dreams. But there's a lot of things that came to Africa and took our money. So we need to show people, when DreamTrips came here, we had to show people that this thing is real. Okay, we told them we're going to get our passports and we're going to get stamps in our passports. And that's exactly what we've done. Just like you said, people standing in front of the Hollywood sign, people taking pictures in front of Paris. This is what we've dreamt about. And DreamTrips has made it a reality, Johnny.
Yeah, I just want to interject real quick, Justin. This is great because it doesn't matter where you're born, right? We all have dreams. We get exposed because the internet, right? We get exposed to what's possible around the world. And it doesn't really matter your location. It matters what you do with the tools and the relationships and the company that you have. And you guys trusted in us to be like, hey, we're gonna get after it. It doesn't matter what our dollar is to the US dollar. Guess what? We earn in US dollars. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to, and I know that the term American dream, it could be the African dream, it could be the France dream, whatever it is. It's really the dream is freedom, right? It's to be able to call your own shots, to own your time, to own your finances, to be able to bless other people, right? And DreamTrips has allowed you because you took a hold of it. It didn't just show up on your doorstep and started working itself. You took a hold of it. People in the whole continent of Africa took a hold of it and started to work it, and you're earning US dollars. And I just want to announce that and call an alert to everybody that's listening, because it doesn't matter who you're talking to or where they live, because when they see what you guys have done, you took a little and turned it into a lot, and not just you took yourself around the world. Now you guys are global citizens. Yeah, you might have been born in South Africa or born in Nigeria or born in Tanzania or wherever, but you're not stuck there. You're not a tree. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful, Justin. That's amazing.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's real good. Justin, I know that you brought somebody on with you right now. Here's what's amazing. For those of you, and we got a lot of people who are live with us right now, a lot. And we want you to know, listen, it is our desire that something is said that sparks a match in you that it says, what if Justin can do it? If these individuals that you're about to hear from in just the last 10 days, the stories that they've created, you're talking about making $250 a month on average for people who live in certain areas in Africa. You're hearing from people who have done that in the last 7 to 10 days, just the foundational launch of their business. We're not even talking about what's going to happen in the next 90 days. So Justin, introduce us to one of your people who are building with you. You guys are off to the races, having a lot of fun. And I would love for you to introduce Clinton and just tell us what's going on in the business as well. And this is somebody that you personally brought in DreamTrips in the last few weeks.
100%. So the next person that I want to bring up is somebody that's very dear to my heart, somebody that I met 19 years ago. We attended the same college and we didn't study the same thing, but I knew this guy always had a sharp mind. I knew that he was going to do something big one day. And he's got a background in the insurance industry. I know he's been with his previous company for the past 14 years, and he was sick of building someone else's dreams. And about 2 years ago, he opened up his own insurance company. He's brought on a lot of people from our community, the Cape Colored community, and he's empowered them. He's taken youngsters and given them financial hope, financial freedom, if I could say that. And beautiful. I look up to him. He's one of my best friends right now. And we've traveled before, but right now I know we're going to be ticking off so many bucket list items together. And it's such a blessing to have him on board. He's hit one of the first ranks of the company in his first 2 weeks. So Clinton, can you share your story with us, my brother?
I remember Clinton.
You can unmute your mic there, Clinton.
Clinton, if you can unmute, you're muted right now.
Bottom left.
Bottom left, you'll see the microphone logo. He's ready to talk. He's been with us all morning.
Yeah, I've asked him to unmute too. Hopefully it'll
okay.
Not for him too.
All right, Clifton, we got to get you unmuted, buddy. You're stuck again. He was perfect until he started walking around. Okay.
Yeah, he went to a different part of the Wi-Fi house.
The other part was better. All right, Clifton, I'm going to come back around to you, brother. You got to unmute. Figure out how to unmute, and I'll come back around to you. Before we do that, I want you to go ahead and get ready for another video. But before we do the video, I wanted to do a little bit something before I go to Zandali. I have a couple people who are with us here right now that are actually from America. But because of DreamTrips, they were invited to come to Africa to do a training. And I want to start with Gary Cowan. If you can unmute and jump on real quick. Now, Gary Cowan is a multi-million-dollar producer in the home-based business world. And because of his success that he had in DreamTrips, now I want you to understand he has no experience in home-based businesses outside of DreamTrips. DreamTrips was his very first opportunity. Because of his massive success that he created throughout New York and the East Coast and the Caribbean islands, he became one of the top money earners in the world representing DreamTrips. So Africa requested specifically for Gary Cowan to come to Africa to do a training. Gary, you went from being a kid in Brooklyn, working in a shoe store, to finding out about an opportunity, going to have fun. That fun turns into real money. And now people are wanting to hear from this kid from Brooklyn around the world, and you get the call from Africa. What does that feel like?
Thank you. First of all, I appreciate it. And it's always an honor to get an invitation to speak on Johnny's behalf, DreamTrips behalf, anything like that. But it's surreal, to be honest with you, Johnny, because for those people who don't know me, I'm a very introverted person. When I first saw DreamTrips in Brooklyn, I'm afraid of flying. I don't want to jump on any planes, and now I have to go talk to people. So it was like a complete opposite from my everyday routine. But I also know that if you want any kind of change, you have to change your habits. So it was very surreal getting to that point of getting an invitation, because I always dreamed, I always wanted to go somewhere like that. But it still was a pinch myself moment. It still was. Even the time of creating some success and getting invitations, it's all still surreal to me, because I still look back at those pictures and I'm like, man, I was able to do that. I got to do it again. But it was an honor. It was a surreal moment. And I got invited to go to Johannesburg. I remember being at Intercontinental at Johannesburg with my wife. She's a history teacher, so she wanted to go to Mandela Square. She wanted to see everything like that. So us being able to share that moment together due to DreamTrips is something we always hold on to in our relationship and get to talk about. So it created memories that we wouldn't forget, that we know we couldn't have created anywhere else.
That's good, man. So here's the crazy thing. You know what it feels like to look at somebody and say, hey, this is DreamTrips. And they go from never hearing the word in their life to making serious full-time income. We're talking about multiple six figures because of something you introduced them to. That Brooklyn excitement, that New York City excitement. What was it like to see it in Africa? To see these individuals, the energy, they're glued, they're hungry, they want to learn from the masters. Like, what did you sense about the people of Africa in terms of how hungry they are for success?
Being there, you don't want to leave it, because I know how unique it is to find a group of people that want it that bad. And there's, like I said, there's only probably 2 times I've ever seen it before, and Africa was on another level. But the only other place I've seen it, one was in New York, 2 was obviously in Jamaica. That's my home country, and going to Africa, I was like, this feels like home. This is what you want to stay around, because these people understand the importance of opportunity and doing something really big for themselves. And they definitely didn't give me the energy of taking it for granted. So I didn't want to leave it, right? Because when you get around that, it becomes so infectious. You like, I'm staying here because I need this for myself. So I knew that crazy things will happen there, and big things, because I've seen it happen multiple times. And it's like, you want to continue to be that fly on the wall, watching history be created again, because you know what it's going to turn into, and you want to watch that great movie of your life over and over again. And it continues to put a smile on your face, because it's refreshing, and it's forgot the word I'm looking for, but basically, like you said, when you find that great movie that you love to watch, every time you watch it, you just smile and sit back and enjoy it. And watching and being in Africa at that time, first time ever leaving the country and doing a training event, I didn't want to leave. I was like, this is where it's got to be. I want to stay here and watch this happen again. That's why.
Yeah. One thing that was really cool too was that You're going there to teach them. You're going there to teach them your ways. But obviously, you learned a lot from them, and you grew as a person because you flew halfway across the world. You got the jet lag. You got all these different things that we deal with when you do international travel. So it's multi levels of learning for yourself, and let alone I think all of us have experienced that too, where we're going somewhere, but they teach us as much as we teach them. Maybe we probably learn more from them than we do from they learn from us. So it's this mutual appreciation. It's this mutual respect. And if everybody was in DreamTrips in the world, I think we probably would achieve world peace. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of, do you remember, this will be another conversation, but we remember when we were in Cyprus, and then the Turkey and Cyprus don't get along, but now they're working together in DreamTrips. Anyway, that's a different conversation, but that's what happens here, man. It's amazing. Good stuff, Gary.
No, it's funny you say that. Thank you so much, Gary, for that. And I appreciate it. And I know that I will see you in Africa again very soon. It's funny that Jefferson says that, because before we go to Clinton real quick, and then you can cue the video after Clinton, or just, I want to hear from Clinton, then you, Jefferson, can go to video, or you can add on anything before you go to video. But I have seen it with my own eyes, Jefferson. I've seen people who are not supposed to be playing together. They're not supposed to be going on vacation together. I've seen different cultures on a dream trip hug each other for the first time. Like, I've seen them sit down at breakfast and have food together for the first time. I've never seen a company bring that type of unity of decades of hatred in cultures that are supposed to hate each other, and DreamTrips brings them back together. And that is something that we take a lot of pride in. It happens organically. It's nothing that we plan on happening, but that's one of my favorite things, Jefferson, is to see what I've seen around the world with people and cultures having breakfast together. Because in certain cultures, you don't sit down and eat with anybody unless, you know, that is a warm welcome. And DreamTrips has done that for a lot of people. Clifton, let's talk about you real quick. I know that you're here with Justin. What's going on in your business, man? And any DreamTrip story that you want to share, we'd love to hear it.
Good evening, Johnny. Trust you all. Johnny, it's my first time being on network marketing and part of the DreamTrips team. So wow. I'm quite excited. So it's the first time that I'm doing network marketing. And like Justin said, when this thing came out back then, I wasn't interested. But when I saw the script before Justin came to me the week after, I saw it was on my socials, DreamTrips, and I read through it about Jefferson Santos coming back to relaunch what he started 20 years ago. And just in that moment, Justin came, and my instinct and my energy just said, get aboard. And I got on board with Justin. I signed up, and from there, I've made my money back within 2 weeks from signing up. So we're moving here in Africa. It's slow here, but we're going to be part of DreamTrips all the way. You understand? Moving forward, me and Justin is just building here. We've got some youngsters all on board with us, but we're quite excited. Africa is growing. It's growing at a fast pace now, so we're trying to get as many people on board as possible.
Wow.
But we're going to show you, we're going to be part of every memorable moment, and we're going to start making our own memories here in Africa. You understand? So
that's
I'm
beautiful.
very excited to be part of
I love it. Hey, I got all four of us on the grid here on gallery. Smile to the camera, and you guys take a screenshot and then post this on social media.
Yeah,
you're about the Africa launch. All right, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do a little smile here. Here we go.
Clifton, that's awesome. Let me tell you, man, like, you're literally your first few weeks in the industry, like not just DreamTrips, but in the industry, you're profitable. When you start a business in traditional, they'll tell you not to expect a profit for the first 2 to 5 years. And if you do before that, great. But most people, they tell you not to expect it. So for you to be profitable your first 2 weeks, not even knowing who we are, and let this be an example to you and the rest of the world that if we would stop our Sunday afternoon to come launch Africa, that tells you how important and how near and dear Africa is to our hearts. So thank you, Clifton. We greatly appreciate you. Let's go to a video, and then Zandali will come right back to you. Thank you, brother. Welcome to the family.
You work hard, you build, you provide. But when was the last time you actually lived? Because life isn't meant to be lived between paychecks and to-do lists. It's meant to be experienced. If you've ever wished you could pay less for travel, let me introduce you to DreamTrips. DreamTrips is celebrating its 20th anniversary. 2 decades of changing the way people see the world. Over 30,000 unique dream trips, more than 2 million travelers, and hundreds of millions of dollars saved on travel worldwide. This isn't a trend. It's a legacy, built on experiences that last a lifetime. It's actually costing you money not to be a DreamTrips member. Our members unlock wholesale pricing, saving up to 80% on hotels, resorts, and condos worldwide. And with our 110% price match guarantee, you'll never overpay again. Bali, $879 on DreamTrips versus $4,500 elsewhere. That's 83% off. Maldives, $769, saving $627. Dubai, $1,127 versus $2,100. Vegas, 5 nights for $893, saving $729. Trip after trip, DreamTrips beats the competition, guaranteed. And if you ever find it lower, we'll match it and add 10% into your loyalty wallet. Every month you stay active, you earn DreamTrips points, dollar for dollar. Use those points to drop your next trip's price even further. It's like a built-in vacation fund that rewards your loyalty. But this isn't just about saving money, it's about living life to the fullest. And that's where our DreamTrips come in. The DreamTrip experience is curated, hosted, and completely handled for you. From the moment you land to the moment you leave. It's unforgettable. Athens, 4 days, 3 nights, $699. Normally, $1,500. Dubai, 4 days of luxury, 4 breakfasts, 3 dinners, multiple tours, $589. Positano, $669 with excursions included. From Tomorrowland to the World Cup to safaris and Santorini. DreamTrips curates experiences that become the highlights of your life. There are 2 membership levels, business class and founders. Business class membership, $199 one time plus $67 a month. Includes full access to the DreamTrips portal, the 110% price match guarantee, the Build Your Trip feature to create your own adventures, and access to all DreamTrips worldwide. And for our 20th anniversary, we're introducing the all-new Founders Membership. $399 one time plus $145 a month. You'll receive 1 free Founders Dream Trip every single year you remain a member, plus free access to over 1,300 VIP airport lounges and free global 24/7 concierge service. Both memberships also accrue DreamTrips points, dollar for dollar, reducing every dream trip you take. And when you refer 4 friends, your membership is completely free. It's never been easier or smarter to live the DreamTrips lifestyle. With DreamTrips, you never travel alone, unless you want to. It's community, confidence, and connection on every continent. And remember, if you're a founding member, you'll receive a free Founders Dream Trip every year for life as long as you remain an active founding member. That means year after year, your next unforgettable adventure is already waiting, fully covered. This isn't just travel, it's a lifestyle for those who refuse to settle for ordinary. For 2 decades, DreamTrips has changed how people see the world. Now it's your turn. Every day you wait, you miss another trip, another memory, another sunset. Join today, choose your membership, and start traveling the way you were meant to. DreamTrips, the last travel membership you'll ever need. You should be here.
Wow. I don't know about you, but I could just watch this again and again. I'm in awe, and I'm also in love with everything that we have to offer. And for us to be able to not just launch in America, and I know some companies, when they launch, they got to play it safe, they got to play close to home. And that's a smart move. Like, it is very smart for a company to start local and then expand. But you got to realize, we're a 20-year-old product. So we didn't have to start local. So we are able to wake up sleeping giants in territories around the world. And this is us coming back to one of our favorite places, which is all of Africa, and saying, we're back. We're back, and we're going to do it bigger and greater and better than anything that we've ever done before. And Zandali, you were there. Like, you were there during the first ride. And I think maybe you got in towards the middle or towards the end, but you were able to experience it before COVID, before, us being grounded on a global basis. And here we are back. And when I say that this young lady, pastor, doctor, like just everything, is lighting it up at the absolute highest level, Zandy, I am so incredibly honored to be teamed up with you. Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your business. You can unmute. Tell us about what's going on in your business and why are you just so excited? Her voice notes to me, Jefferson, gets me so fired up. I can feel her smile through her voice notes. So, Zandy, tell us what's going on in your business.
Hi, everyone. My name is Zandile from Johannesburg. There's so much that is happening in our business. We are super excited. When DreamTrips came back for us, we're like, yes, this is our opportunity to win big. If you understand what is happening in South Africa at the moment, DreamTrips came at the right time. So we saw an opportunity that is about to transform a lot of lives. So I was like, I'm so excited to be part of what is happening right now. And I know great things are to happen in South Africa. So yes, we are excited and we are ready to take this to another level. So much is happening in our team.
Beautiful. We're excited. Jefferson, do you have any questions? I know you got about 2 or 3 other people that you're going to be bringing on. So I want to move through that. But Jefferson, if you have any questions for her or any interaction, that would be great.
Yeah. What's up? How are you? It's good to see your face again. It's funny because I get to see you because we recorded your testimony a few weeks ago. And so I get to, it's like we have you in our little, it's like our traveling crowd, testimonies. We get to showcase you around the world as well. But first of all, energy is everything. When we talk about health, like it's the energy because you feel like doing something. And that's what I get from you every time I see your smile, every time I hear you speak. And so can you tell us a little bit just your attitude toward the launch? Like when you heard it, how quickly did you go from hearing it to action, and how have you displayed that with your teams as well?
Yes, only heard about DreamTrips, I think 6 days 6 days before the free launch ended. That was the end of October. So when I heard about DreamTrips that is back, immediately I started reaching out to all my friends, my family, even those who were doing DreamTrips before. That's why within 24 hours, our team grew to 40. I'm saying personal, about 40 personals overnight within 24 hours. And from there, the team started growing up to 500 members within a week or two, because we're so excited. We saw something.
Wait, time out. 500 members. See, what's funny is we have conversations with our friends, and your friend, like sometimes our friend, I'm giving an analogy here. Our friend goes, oh yeah, I just graduated this, or I just achieved this. And sometimes people just skip over it. So, time out. What did you just say? 500 people in a week. Okay. So it started with you just being the domino and getting after it, and nobody waited. So unpack that a little bit for us.
What made people join and what made them not to even question is the excitement that I had, because people follow people. So when they saw the excited in me, they're like, we want to be excited like you. We want to do what you're doing. I always tell my people that, you know what, you'll never lie to yourself or to other people. You cannot tell other people about something that you don't believe yourself. That's why I always ask, do you believe you can do it? Do you believe that DreamTrips has come to change your life? If you do not believe yourself, don't even try to tell other people. So they saw belief in me that she is excited. We don't want to be left behind. We want to be part of what she's doing, because I told them, if you don't join me now, you'll watch me doing it, and join me later. It's either now or later. So that's what's happened.
Man, I'm all excited over here, man. I'm getting all hyped up. Over here. She's like a coach.
Yeah.
Coach Zandali, we appreciate you. This is exciting. So I know you got a couple people on that you want to bring on. Let's introduce them real quick and maybe get like maybe a 30 to 60-second story of what's going on in their business. So who are you going to be bringing up first?
I'm gonna first bring Nelly. Nelly, yes. Nelly, she has taken few dream trips before and she's ready to share her story.
Hello, Nelly.
Good evening. How are you?
Amazing.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Nelly from South Africa. I joined Dream Trips in 2018. During that time, I was able to take 4 dream trips, one in Namibia and one in Victoria Falls, one in Botswana and one in South Africa, ziplining dream trip. It's just so amazing. So when Zandy called me, I said, I'm not missing it out because last time I joined towards the end. This time I'm joining in the first, I'm in the first lineup, so I'm not missing it. And I really enjoyed Dream Trips in many ways, especially the training and the mentoring. And what I liked most is that you don't need your friends to go to a dream trip. You'll meet your friends there. You don't have to wait for people in order to take a dream trip. You'll meet your people, the other
That's
dream
so
trippers
good.
there.
I love that. Meet your friends there. Keep going. I love that. Well, very good. So,
Thank you so
you're back with us. Things are happening for you. You got a really quick start in the last couple of weeks. What would you say in your business, your first couple of weeks? Are we looking at a win-win situation? You've made your money back. Like, what's going on in your business?
I haven't made my money back, but I have few people that are joining today. So hopefully by Thursday, I'll be getting paid.
You will, definitely. I want to congratulate you. Welcome back to the family, and I will see you all over the world, I'm sure.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Now, Zandy, were you able to get somebody else on, or are we moving forward?
I had Bongi, but I'm not sure she's here on the charts.
Yeah, I don't
Bongi,
see her.
I see Bernie. I see Bernie.
Yeah, I'm going to be going for Bernie in just a minute.
Oh, yeah, I don't see Bonji on there. I don't see Bonji on here.
Okay, I don't. Okay, yeah, I don't see Bongi either. So let's keep it moving. Now, what I want to do is I want to go to Jay Peso just really quick, like the exact same way I went to Gary Cowan. Jay Peso obviously is a very big name in Dream Trips, but Dream Trips was his first ever opportunity that he built. His first home-based business was Dream Trips. And like Gary, I saw Jay Peso, Brooklyn, New York, went from driving, delivering packages to literally being a multiple 7-figure producer, 7-figure earner, and built an organization of massive success stories. And I remember, Jay, when the call came through, said, do you think we can get some of your New York guys to come to Africa? And I'm like, well, who would you want first? And Jay Peso was right at the top of the list. So Jay, for you, for someone who, I don't know how extensively you travel before Dream Trips. I think maybe you went to Vegas a couple times as a boxer. But to be able to be invited to other parts of the world, to step off an airplane in Africa and you feel that energy, what was that like for you? What has Dream Trips done for you specifically with your connection and knowledge of Africa? You're muted, Jay. You're not
We
muted.
can't hear your audio, buddy.
Yeah, your microphone's not on, but you're not muted.
There you go. You got you.
Jefferson is gonna kill me.
Got all those safety features.
Yo, what's up with the tech? Man, as you was just talking about everything, I was remembering landing in Africa by myself. A kid from Brooklyn, New York, never doing anything like this before, and I've been to a few places, but going to Africa was something special. Africa is something that we've always heard about since a baby. It's like the motherland, and because of Dream Trips, I ended up being able to go out there and not only just go out there to Africa, but go out there and stay in first class.
Yeah.
And get with the people, the amazing leadership. I was more inspired. I went out there just like Gary. I went out there to go teach and inspire and stuff like that. But I went out there and I was inspired. I was learning. I saw the fire that all the people in Africa had. And I really couldn't believe it, because I've always felt, I'm just keeping it real. I'm from New York City. They call this place the land of opportunity. It's just America. And then when you go to Africa, people that are just, there's no complaints. They're going to figure it out in some way, shape, or form. And popping rank, not only popping ranks, but really blazing the trails. What I saw people cry about in the States, Africa just literally knocked down walls. They did whatever they had to do to go out there and change their life. And it was inspiring. It was inspiring for all of us to see people popping ranks and changing their lives and buying Ferraris and all of these different things that I couldn't even fathom the thought of that happening in specific countries. So Africa is definitely holds a special place in my heart. When I went out there, I went to go speak it was Cape Town. It was South Africa, Cape Town. Now, probably one of the most beautiful places in the world. The food, the people, the scenery, the hotels, just everything out there was just really, it was mind blowing to me. And I'm excited to see what's about to happen now with Africa, and see all the new stars really take off.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that we experienced that we don't experience here in the US was they're having to take 8-hour bus rides to get to a different part of different country in Africa. And then the visa thing, having to go, obviously it's going from one country to another is easy in some ways, but almost impossible in other ways. And they figured it out. And they're showing up in these places around the world that builds the muscle of overcoming, that builds the muscle of, oh, this is nothing. And so for them to build the business is not hard compared to the things that you guys go through just to get a visa, just to get to the other side of the border, to go to a training.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's so good. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Going to that event, we had a few thousand when I went to go speak at this event out there. I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000. Just incredible. And I know what we're going to do now is going to be something special for sure.
It's good stuff, man. Thank you, man. I want to be very respectful of the time. This is really good stuff. And again, the whole idea of this is we wanted you to not just hear that DreamTrips is back in Africa. We wanted to come to you live from all over the world to stop our day. Watch this. If you're not in Africa, throw some fire and hearts in the chat. Everybody who's not in Africa, they're here to show love. They're here to show support. They're just as excited for you as they are their own team that may be an hour away somewhere in Australia or somewhere in the United States. Everybody, there are many people here live right now coming to say, Africa, we love you. Not just we love you, we need you. And we have very high expectations of the collaborations with Africa around the world that will take us into just absolute momentum. So before we show another video, I want to bring on Oz real quick. Now, Oz is a multi-million-dollar builder again. He is from Israel. And Oz, the same way I launched Africa, is identical to the way we launched Israel. And Israel was our fastest growing market in the world outside of the United States. Israel is the market that we use to practice on how to go in and launch territories. And when I say that we did it successfully, I definitely plan on surpassing what we've done before. But what we have done before was enough for me to live 10 lives and still brag about it in one action of Africa and Israel and what we've done. So, Oz, if you'll just jump on real quick, and this is going to tie us in to a very special place for me, which is Zimbabwe. So, Oz, if you're live with us now, I know you got back-to-back calls. Are you able to jump on live real quick?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Very good.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Jefferson. How are you guys?
And I know you're building all over right now, Oz, but the energy that you have put into Africa, I'm just extremely grateful for you. What's going on with you, man?
First of all, I'm extremely grateful to you and Jefferson and the entire company. This is literally, we've been conversing for the past 4 or 5 years, just wishing and praying for this opportunity, for something like this to come back. We had no idea that this would come back. This is, I see some brothers and sisters from Israel on the call. Shalom. This has been like nothing short of amazing. Is the second you told me, hey, we're live, like immediately I secured my spot, obviously. But we just went to work like instantly. And it's funny, my very first post on Facebook that we're back, we're live, I get Monty just signed up. And this is a guy that used to have a nice sized team in DreamTrips before. But he signed up and goes like on mute, like almost ghosting me, right? So, but it didn't matter. I just kept sending him messages and sharing what's going on. And then about 2 or 3.5 weeks into it, all of a sudden he wakes up telling me, oh, I've been mining my things. So I'm like, listen, Monty, we got to get started before the pre-launch ends. And then within 24 hours, him and his brother, Frank, they sponsored like 35 people, like out of the blue. So that little 24-hour will be recorded in history, as I want to see it as the beginning of Zimbabwe. Yeah. But it's not just Zimbabwe. We've got teams like all over Africa right now, Kenya and the other major countries. But this is just incredible to see what's been happening with Justin and his team. Like, I'm right there hand in hand with them, helping with everything I can. Sometimes these are things that I have no idea that are happening, but we do what we got to do, because I always train that this is phase 1. We're in a jungle. That's why I got my jungle shirt on. We're in the jungle with machetes. This is a startup, and we're just blazing the trail for everybody. And I'm just so grateful for these amazing leaders who caught the vision and have jumped on and are just starting to build this. And this is just nothing short of amazing. So if Monty's here, I'd love to.
Yeah, Monty's on. I would love to hear from Monty.
Oh, that'd be terrific.
Go ahead and bring him on. He's on. Hey, Monty, how you doing, man?
Hi, guys. Long time, definitely.
Good to see you, Jefferson. This is one of our original Zimbabwe. I believe we would have called a director back in the days. So, man, I'm super excited to have you back on board with us. And Oz, thank you for that. I'm going to tell a story after this, and we're going to leave with our final video, I believe. But after this, I'm going to tell a Zimbabwe story, as hopefully I can get Bernie to jump on with us. But Monty, what's going on in your business with Zim? Listen, Zimbabwe's, this is my heart, man. It's my heart.
You know what? First met Johnny, I think it was 2010, when you came down here and with Colette and all the other guys. I think they knew you all the way back from the time when you were doing, what you call it, motivational training or leadership training or something. Yeah. And they were super excited, wanted to bring this thing to Zim. And I remember you came down, you did a presentation, and we were super, super excited. And there was a training happening in Joburg at the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't have money at the time, but I needed to get to Joburg. And Frank and I, my brother, and we jumped onto these 30-ton trucks. We squeezed in there, we sat at the back there, and we found our way to Joburg and attended the training there. I found this opportunity being more like a travel company or a development company, self-development company hiding in DreamTrips.
Yeah.
There was a different aspect to it, a lot of self-development, a mind transforming. And to the guys who may be listening to, I've met Jefferson. He came after Johnny. You are super excited as well. We got to meet all the guys. So these guys are not some guys who are just popping up on the screen. This is real. I've met these guys. I know these guys. They may not know me intimately as I do. We've been following. And when this opportunity came up, I was super, super excited. Sorry about that. There's somebody.
Sign them up. Business is calling, baby.
Somebody wants to join the meeting. Okay. So we got super excited, jumped into this opportunity, and I was able to attend multiple trainings. I was able to enjoy the trips. In fact, I remember the last trip that we did at Victoria Falls at Elephant Hills. We had like over 250 dream trippers there. We got to experience amazing trip with our family, with my kids on that trip. We had a host who came up there. She hosted us and made the experience so special. We went up the Zambezi River on these cruise ships, and out in the bush, they put a massive tent there. And what an experience for the family, me and the kids and everybody. So when I saw this opportunity, I couldn't let it pass. I said, listen, I don't know who's on to this. I didn't hesitate. I didn't even know Oz was the guy. Guess what? I saw DreamTrips and I jumped on immediately. So I'm super excited to get this thing going back in Zim again, reaching out to everybody else who was in the opportunity before, but also reaching out to Zimbabwe in particular. I think it's a great opportunity for us in Africa. And I'm looking forward to really taking this to another level. And I'm looking forward to taking it to the best I can. And my brother is excited. We just hooked up hands and we're going to try to take this thing to the next level.
I love it, man. Hey, it's good to see your face again, Monty. Good to see you, brother. See you soon, man. Yeah.
So good, man. I don't know if Jefferson is feeling what I'm feeling right now. And I know that we're probably going back and forth with all the emotions, but you got to realize that we're responsible for bringing something to different parts of the world that changed lives and
your mic got turned off. I think you hit your mic and it got disconnected maybe.
Yep.
There you go. Hold on.
My bad. Yeah.
There you go.
You're too excited, Johnny.
You know,
he blew it out.
How perfect I have to aim to hit that button, and I did it. So Zimbabwe, thank you, first of all, Monty. I do remember my first time coming to Zimbabwe. I remember getting off an airplane and I remember seeing US dollars and I'm like, man, this is like a US dollar I had 20 years ago, right? It was just, our currency was in Zimbabwe and I just couldn't comprehend it. And then I saw a bus go down the road with my face on it. And then as they're driving me, I see my face on a billboard and I'm like, I thought I was coming in quiet. I wanted to get in quiet and leave quiet. There's nothing quiet about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe will make a plan. They will get the job done. I don't care what's going on. Thank you, man. Bernie, if you are with us, and speaking of Zimbabwe, I did invite a special guest on. And the crazy thing about this call is no one has left. I'm looking at the numbers right now. We've been on for an hour and no one has left. This is what you call a clue. Success leaves clues. People are hungry. They want to hear from real people who've really been through some things and really has a heart and a passion to help people get to the other side.
Do you want to play that last video? Or do you want to go ahead and do this first and then wait a little bit for the video?
Is that the final video? We got one or two more. One more.
One more.
I think we should hold off on this because, and I know that we have Bongi on as well. But Bongi, if you want to jump on for 30 seconds and say something, I know that you were on the list and we ran past you because we couldn't find you, but I would love for you just to jump on and say hi and what's going on in your business right now. And tell us what part of the world you guys are from, where you're from.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good to see
I
you.
really do apologize. I was missing there for the first hour dealing with a family tragedy, but I'm back online. So I'm from South Africa. I'm based in Durban. I actually said yes to DreamTrips back in 2014. At the time, I was an agricultural scientist, unfulfilled, overworked, underpaid. And this is an opportunity that allowed me to take 15 vacations with my family back then. So for us, it became more than an opportunity to just travel the world and create memories. It also allowed me to get out of the 9 to 5. I fired my boss and I've never looked back ever since. So for me, DreamTrips relaunching, it's been, I think, that missing piece in my family memory book, but also I think it's just given us that it's revitalized that opportunity to bring back the fun, the fulfillment, but mostly the freedom parts that it gave us back in 2014. And we now have the opportunity to spread it to more people. A lot has changed in the market. So the opportunity to really take this across Africa, it's game over for us already when I look at what's happening right now.
Let's go. I love it. That's Jefferson's language right there, man. The words that you're using is getting us all fired up. We'll greatly appreciate it. Jefferson, you have anything for, or we're moving forward?
No, Bonnie, thank you for jumping on and sharing. And I love to hear stories from all different walks of life, whether it's teachers and scientists and bankers and real estate people, and just seeing what you went on 15 vacations. That's amazing, right? It's the quality. It's not the years in our life. It's the amount of life in the years, right? And it's a pleasure having you part of the family and helping us relaunch this thing around the world. So thanks, Bonnie, for joining us today. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to play the last video, and then we got a couple of last special guests here as we wrap up today's Africa launch party. And so here's what we're going to do here. Pay attention to this, because here we go.
Something big is happening. A new era of DreamTrips is here. The energy is real, the momentum is global, and people everywhere are joining the world's most loved travel movement. The only question is, will you just watch it happen or be part of it? You're already sharing your stories. Now, you can get paid for them. No pressure, no pitching. Just inviting people into the club you already love. Here's how simple it is. 1. Use the proven marketing system we give you on day 1, just like the video you're watching right now. 2nd, people join the club. 3rd, you earn commissions, travel dollars, overrides, and even free trips. Every traveler you inspire moves you closer to your next getaway and a bigger residual income. This isn't just about travel, it's about connection. A community that celebrates wins together, grows together, and explores the world together. And you're not doing this alone. We've built the tools, the training, and the support so you can hit the ground running from day 1. All you need is your phone, your network, and your passion for adventure. Here's where it gets powerful. As a DreamTrips brand ambassador, you're not just saving money, you're earning it. You unlock the ability to earn commissions, bonuses, and team overrides. Refer 4 members at your same level, and your monthly membership is free. With fast start bonuses and direct commissions, brand ambassadors can break even in their first month. Then there are travel dollars, our version of travel freedom. Earn them simply by sharing the dream, then spend them on flights, hotels, dream trips, or luxury suites. It's like having guilt-free monopoly money that can only be spent on adventure. You're literally getting paid to see the world. And as you rise through the ranks as a DreamTrips brand ambassador, the rewards go beyond commissions and travel dollars. First, unlock your own $100,000 jet card, a luxury benefit that lets you book private flights anytime through our concierge. Choose your destination and go. Freedom without limits. Next, experience the Four Seasons private jet journey, a 16 to 24-day adventure for 2 aboard the Four Seasons jet. Fly first class only with a private chef and bartender, staying exclusively at Four Seasons resorts around the world. Every moment is curated luxury. And finally, the ultimate symbol of legacy, the DreamTrips private villa. A deeded home in one of our resort destinations across Europe or Asia, gifted as a trophy of achievement and a legacy you can keep in your family for generations to come. These are the rewards for those who lead, inspire, and help others see the world differently. And here's what makes this even better. Enroll just 4 new members with your same pack or higher, and your monthly membership is free. Plus, if you do it in your first 30 days, you've earned back your entire initial investment. Start your business, cover your membership, and profit. All by helping 4 people start their own DreamTrips journey. Getting started is simple. Business class membership, $67 a month with a one-time $199 enrollment. Or $299 all in your first month as a brand ambassador. Founders membership, our elite tier with VIP airport lounge access and 24/7 concierge service. $145 a month with a one-time $399 enrollment. Or $599 all in your first month as a brand ambassador. And as a founders level member, your experience goes even further. You'll receive a free Founder's Dream Trip every year for life, as long as you remain active. One fully curated VIP experience each year. A reward for being part of the founding group, relaunching DreamTrips to the world. And it doesn't stop there. When your team shares the dream, you earn bonuses and overrides. From direct commissions and fast start bonuses to check matches and achievement rewards within our two-team system built for explosive growth. You're not just building income, you're building leverage. A community of brand ambassadors all doing the same simple thing. Travel, share, repeat. This is more than a business, it's a movement. The relaunch is real. The pre-launch is now. The only thing missing is you. Click the button below to enroll now. Founders memberships are going fast. DreamTrips. You should be here.
Man, I'm ready to sign up again. I'm ready to go.
Ready to go. Get it in. Get it in. So Jefferson, man, this is going to be a special part for me. I believe that we have Bernie on. I have not even verified that is her. I did invite her last minute. Bernie, if you can just jump on, hopefully camera 2, we would love to hear from you. Bernie, how are you?
Honey.
Oh,
Yeah.
sister. So I want to
My
tell a
brother
quick
from another mother.
I want to tell a quick story real quick. So my first exposure to Zimbabwe was at the event that Monty was just talking about. So I was invited to go speak for the first time. I believe it wasn't my first time. It was one of the within the first 3 times of me coming to South Africa. And they told me the night before that there's a group coming in from Zimbabwe. Now, I didn't have a way of figuring out what that meant in terms of, okay, we're talking 2 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is. And then I hear the next day, I see Zimbabwe there. I see the energy. I'm excited you guys are there. And then somehow I get the word of the level of harassments that you guys went through on the bus, the Zimbabwe, and being stopped at the border. And I don't know if you guys were bribed, or I don't even know if you were on the bus, to be honest with you, but the bus maybe went through bribery and the police, just really crooked things going on. And I would have never known if somebody didn't tell me, because of the excitement you guys had. And genuinely, you were so excited to meet me. And when I heard that these people came over 8 hours, I think it should have been maybe a 3 or 4 hour trip turned into over 8 hours because of being harassed at the border. And I'm like, they came to see me. And I found this out. I invited them all up to my suite after the event. So my entire hotel room suite was all Zimbabwe. And so we went one by one, and I got everybody's individual story. And I want to say maybe 3 hours. And I spent hours with this team just getting to know them. And that's how I would begin to understand the power of Zimbabwe. The family that I would meet with Bernie and Colette and your mother and father who and have gone on now. And Bernie, I just invited you here because everything that you have gone through in life since DreamTrips over the last 5 years, and we lost our dear sister Colette Bowers, which is probably my greatest loss in my business. The greatest business loss, sister loss tied together is Colette Bowers. And I will tell you, from me to you, my goal is to have a Colette Bowers Award for either all of DreamTrips or just for Africa. But my goal is to sell the company and convince them that we need to have a Colette Bowers Award. So Bernie,
She was somebody special. She was somebody special.
The mother of Africa.
Yeah.
And that's what I called her. She was the mother of Africa. So tell us when we say DreamTrips to you, it has to mean something totally different. How are you feeling right now about this possibility?
It's very emotional. Yeah, DreamTrips has always been such a big part of our lives, and Colette was a phenomenal leader. But the thing is, she was humble. She was so humble. And she fought for DreamTrips with all her might.
Boy,
She
did
always
she.
said to us, yeah, she always
Yes.
quoted Margaret Mead and said, never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that has. And that's how we lived our lives and changed so many people's lives in Zimbabwe. And for me personally, it's a company with a heart. It's been proven over and over again. And Johnny, that meeting with Kylo and you, that was phenomenal. That's when things changed, and it just wasn't about DreamTrips. It was a company with a heart. And Monty was there. And I'm so proud of you guys. And Colette would be so proud of you. And it's, for me, a whirlwind. The foundation side of it was my baby and the family. We did so many DreamTrips, so many memories. And as you say, my mom and dad had passed within in the last few years with Colette. And what's so close to my heart is the DreamTrips holidays that we took. You can't replace that. No money can replace that. So if anybody's listening and on the fence, do it. You cannot replace those memories. They are phenomenal. And yeah, DreamTrips changed our lives. And thank you to you, Johnny, because you played such a big part of it. And Jefferson too. As Monty said, for me, I'm a human resources manager, so training is important. And it is a personal development company wrapped up in a travel company. It changes you. Your mindset changes. You live better lives. Words can't express how much it means to me.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And I remember I met Colette for the first time. She just got to create the plan, right? The plan. And she always had the plan. We find a plan. We find a way. I remember she WhatsApped me and she's like, we got to open up Zimbabwe. How do we open up Zimbabwe? How many people do we have to have? She just boom. And that is the attitude that you guys have. And that's the spirit and the heart. You can't, what's the word? You can't measure the size of the fight in the dog, so to speak, the size of the heart of someone. But we felt it in a big way and we'll continue to feel it. And so powerful to see you again and to hear you speak about that and how all this has come together and what it means for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And Bernie, and I'll end it with this, guys. This is full circle for me. My heart is full right now because my reasoning for wanting to do this Zoom is to reach into the heart of Africa, because we really want you to know that the executives are hungry for Africa. They are so hungry and ready to deliver at the absolute highest level with the absolute highest quality. And Bernie, your family, if I take your family out of the picture, Africa's not the same for me. The whole memory changes. It changes the entire memory of everything that happened. And I loved everything about it. So we're back, Africa. We're not going anywhere. And we're inviting you. We did this entire launch party just to look you in your eyes and say, Africa, you're very important to us. We have a committee that's already in place that's everything Africa right now. So the company is watching. They're looking, they're celebrating you. And the favor that you've ever had before is times 10 already right now out of the gate. So it is time for Africa. And Bernie, we need you. We need all of our brothers and sisters of the You Should Be Here sign, that mark of greatness that we have experienced all over. This is the very beginning again. So with all that being said, Jefferson, I would love to hear some parting words from you. You know what they have done, what's possible, the heart that we have for Africa. As we are gearing up to closing out our first 4 weeks, which is this this Thursday at midnight. Everybody who's listening to me right now, including myself, we have plenty of time to outdo the rank that we are at right now. Jefferson, what is the message to Africa as we depart? And feel free to take the DJ moves and send us off with whatever, however you want to send us off. But Africa, I love you. I appreciate you. It is time. Let's make a plan.
Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, I feel special. I feel that this is a special time. This is a special, a little over an hour here that we spent together, and we're back. We're back. Johnny said it's time for Africa. The spirit, the fight, the heart has never gone unnoticed. And now all that has prepared you for such a time as this. You know, you guys have listened to us, you've trusted us, and we don't take that lightly. And we're going to support you. We're going to help. And this is the beginning of it, right? And this is making sure you have the tools, making sure you have what you need to be successful. And so we carry our 50 bricks, you carry your 50 bricks, meaning building a skyscraper, right? And we put our bricks together, okay? And we build this to the top together, not just in Africa, but all around the world, because people want to travel out of Africa and go around the world. We want to travel from around the world into Africa. And so we can be one big happy family again with DreamTrips. And so without further ado, our hats off to you, the whole continent of Africa, and everybody that came out here to support. We're so excited that you spent time and that you spent the time to hang out with us and to really have a great forward thinking of where we're going. And so what I'm going to do is leave you with a video of a big trip that we're all going to be going on here in a few months to Croatia. And I want to just kind of leave you with that vibe, because we're all going to be celebrating to create, especially here at this place in Croatia, which I think that everybody around the world can easily get to Croatia. And so without further ado, I will play this video, and then our official Africa launch party will be complete, but just getting started in the history of DreamTrips. So we love you, and here we go. We love you.